Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. It is the 17th of December. I am Miss Marie, and this is Giving It to You Straight Live. From the East Coast, it is 3:04. 3:03. Yeah, 3:04. Welcome to another live and awaken alive and blessed. I am grateful for another day. How about you? We have the awakened soul on this beautiful Wednesday. Let's see what your soul is whispering to you and what are the traits that help you not only thrive, survive, but flourish in your environment. Okay, we're going to go and tap into this energy. All 12 zodiac signs. Happy birthday to all Sagittariuses. In just another 2 days, we'll be heading into this new moon in Sagittarius. Quickly moves into Capricorn. And with that being said, please believe in yourself and all you do. If you have a vision and courage with that one, it is powerful. Courage and vision together, unstoppable energy. The strength and that faith that you have in believing in yourself, right? Before you reach success, you have to believe in yourself. That's one of the most important things for you, how to evolve and how to become the best version of yourself. And you release that faith by setting prayers, affirmations, right? And then sit in meditation, learn how to affirm some things. Let's go ahead. I said Aquarius. Aries through Pisces, the awakened soul for all 12 zodiac signs. This is the last live for the awakened soul. I will keep this included in you guys' read monthly. But we're going to continue with the energy of love here. Remember, the universe listens to every word in a vibrational state. The vibrations of the sides are all there. The energy that flows through the universe. And understanding the law of compensation. Understanding the law of action, vibration, the universal laws. The virtual circle of life will govern our lives. Let's go ahead. Aries through Pisces. And so, we are rewarded for our right actions, okay? We are rewarded as well for our wrong actions because every action has a consequence, cause, law of effect. Correspondent is as above, so below, as within, so without. Whatever you bind in heaven is also binding here on earth. So make sure that you be careful with the things that you're trying to manifest. Let's go ahead. Aries through Pisces, the awakened soul. And then we have what's the tea as we tap into the great, powerful, and divine spirit of all there is. The heart of the divine, that's where it's at. Our connection. Believe in yourself in all that you do. Hi, Jenny. Hi. Good morning. One more. Aries through Pisces. The awakened soul. Your soul is whispering. Let's find out, Aries, what that is for you today. One more. And thank you. I'm just going to give you the card. If there's a message here, how to set boundaries when it comes to love, Aries, without feeling guilty, limitations. Okay, when it comes to the matters of the heart, what I'm no longer willing to put up with, okay? There are restrictions here. And so how not to feel guilty about the boundaries that you're going to say. It's like don't soften it up, all right? Boundaries that that are normal, that you could really move forward with, okay? Not, you understand me? So let's go ahead. Boundaries, limitations. I'm no longer willing to put up with this. Sensuality for you, Taurus. The energy of course, your ruling planet being Venus, right? Sensuality, the five senses, your connection to Earth, right? And so this is all about bringing you harmony and balance, and not only the beauty, right? Enjoying yourself a beautiful day, whether it's a spa day, doing something for yourself, being more grounded, the energy of being grounded, no matter what happens, I'm going to stay within my home frequency, just enjoying a beautiful day. But here's the thing, because it's like this primal force energy. So all your talents, your ambitions, your past, present, and future, your tone, your frequency, your symbolic music energy. What's connecting you? What's binding you here on earth? Your five senses. All right? That it speaks of sensuality, connecting more to your feminine side, whether you're a male, okay? The energy of connecting to your feminine side of you, a male. All right? It's okay to want to feel pretty. All right, so let's rebirth for you, Gemini. You have shadow, the Baphomet. So you understand when you see the devil's energy and the dark side of it, like the Villa era. So the energy is about rebirth. Rebirth happens when you have this transformation, right? So between the shadow, the light consciousness, understanding itself, like you understanding yourself as you expand here. All right. So moving on to something else, it's like I'm gonna be like I want to see the hero, so I'm gonna become that hero. Is what it's saying. All right, moving through the darkness with clarity. Treasure for you, small, beautiful, like the smallest things. A lot of times we think that the biggest, like sharp. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. This is for Cancer. Okay, Cancer. So the smallest treasures, right, are in the details, right? They begin to immerse. But understanding that from the form of the sea, if you understand the Venus energy, who was born from the form of the sea, okay? So it's not in these big grand gestures, it is in the smallest details here. So looking into uncovering something hidden within you. So that Venus energy, what I mean by that harmony and balance, because we could go down to the depths of the sea. So this is showing me like where it feels good, where I want to stay hidden, but uncovering something new here. But it's not in the big grand gestures. It's in the smallest detail. That's where the beauty is at. Okay, within you, it's hidden something within you. Just finding your true identity here. Okay, so what's hidden? All right, the treasures that are in you, your creativity, nurturing that side of you. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead too. Authenticity, and this is for Leo. Okay, CIS women. And so what I mean by that, people evolving, right? Because this is all about the women growing more in our spiritual aware, awaken, So there's emotion, there's intuition here. And so knowing things. But looking at us, right? Because CIS women, these are people that are born not cisgender, but identify as a woman, all right? So just supporting those courses. It's like you could be able to be in your hip hop, in your sexy gear, in your punk rock, or and still embracing that. Like you could dress anyway, but still understanding that is a woman inside of you. All right, even if you're a man. Okay, however that makes sense to you. So CIS women sticking together, evolving. We all come in all shapes, sizes, right? And all genders and colors, nationalities, things like that. So just doing something here within the community, right? Helping women to evolve. Because we are these vessels of love and light. So let's go ahead to changes here. Shedding old skin for you. And this is for Virgo, okay? Shedding old skin. This transformation, this change happens, right? When you are true to, and being authentic, it's okay if you're different, all right? So there's something staring at you in the face. Believe it, all right? Let's go ahead to Scorpio. No, Libra. Libra grounding. Grounding. What does that mean, Libra? That no matter what happens, nobody's judgments, all right? I'm not going to sway judgments, even because like when we uncertain about things in our future, like we don't have to have certainty all the time to be uncomfortable. But to ground it means that because when we say a person is grounded, you living within your home frequency, not person's emotions, feelings, anything uncertain. It's staying there. You grow there in the uncertainty. It doesn't have to. Things are not just going to be clear. You understand me? Let's go ahead to desire for you. Now this is for Scorpio. Scorpio, there's a desire here. for connectivity, you know. When you shine and evolve is a connection to others. That's what makes you, your perception, all right, how you understand your person. Let's go ahead to Sagittarius, surrender. So surrender is all about, for me, adhering. It's all about saying to myself, you know what? It never for me to have this divination happen, or for me to get, my intellect, surrendering my animal so I could flow with the energy. You understand? So there must be a level of surrender that we must have as we anchor. And by anchoring, understanding that that's metaphorically speaking. So we're gonna look at our values and our beliefs, and especially when it comes to our relationship, our purpose, what provides us stability and security. Okay, so let's go ahead to the truth for you, and this is for Capricorn. Okay, so there is, like a problem here, detoxification. So in order for me to get my throat chakra speaking my truth without feeling guilty, all right? So let's go ahead. Hi, Joe. Fun for you, Aquarian, your social life, your groups of friends. They could be draining you, or they could be bringing you more positivity, all right? Being with people that are your like-minded friends, all right? People that think like you, people that have, your best interests at heart. You're just seeking those kind of relationships, friendships. So you're in the house of friends. So the people that are draining, you might run into some odd friends, right? That could be draining you. So just watch your energy. An adventure for you, Pisces. All right. There's a compass. There's a time. There's a calendar. Either you're running out of time, or you want to step into this unknown. There's something here that you're gonna do today. You might walk into. There's something that you're gonna do today, Pisces. I don't know exactly what it is. You might decide to walk through that door, and it will change everything. Okay, this could be job, this could be any opportunities, this could be the beginning, or this could be the ending, but it's up to you. So all right, there's something that you're gonna do today. This is all the energy for today. How to know if I'm truly awake. And if you have a question, let's go ahead. Hello, Joel. Hi, Joel. What is new coming my way? What is coming my way as of 2026? Be the past behind me now. Oh, is the past coming back? That's what you want to know? Is the past coming back? All right. So I just want to, I think for me to open that this live. Let me see what you hey, yogurt bicycle. You're a Cancer. I got a question. Would you rather gain muscle or gain eagers? What is that? Is that a real question? Would you rather gain muscle or gain eagers? What in the world is that? What is eagers? What is eagers? I want to be ignorant. Let me be ignorant. What is eagers? Naveen, Shanda, go ahead, Naveen. Hello. How you doing? So let's go ahead to you. I'm doing all right. Thank you. I'm doing great. Let's go ahead to Joel. Joel, I hope it's not gonna. I'm here for the brutal. Ooh, I love that. Brutally. We'll get it. We'll adjust to that. My question is, where's my work life? You should have asked that question, Jenny. You was here first. All right, we're gonna go with Joel. Next time you come in, hi, and just put your question. Just a nice little greeting. Okay, I know sometimes life gets in the way. We come in, we rush in, we're so eager. All right, let's go ahead. Ali's Rabona is expecting from Naveen. No context. Will she take any action, or she wants me to take? Ooh, you know how it is. We wait. All right, let's go ahead to Joel. Joel, let's see your energy for 2026. Let's see what your soul, the awakened soul, looks like for you. One more. Thank you. One more. You still left me the same. So your dreams, all right? Your dreams, and there's a gift coming in, okay? Or just trust that. You got desires here. All right, your perception is what's important right now. So like I don't know if you was here when I was doing the when I was doing talking about Neptune's energy, and this is leaving behind and seeing clear things clearly, but paying attention to your dreams, dreamscaping. You're actually there. Are you there, or is it a dream? Right, and believing until you see it. So between the self, the planet of dreams, and intuition. All right, being more awakened and aware. When you're awake, are you sleeping? Are you there? You understand me? So you're gonna go trust in that versus, is that the real thing, or is it in my dreams? Pursuing my dreams. So Neptune's all about making your dreams a reality, giving you a time to really observe, not to absorb. Okay. So that is what's next. I am coming next with time. What? So what? No, that's not for you. Not yet. This is for Joel. This is for Joel because you asked me about dreaming. So you're gonna have this. Listen, you in Aries. Even if you're not in Aries, Joel, you're gonna have the planet of in 2026. Your life is gonna take a major shift. You're gonna be stepping into a whole new era because you're gonna have your gifts of intuition your intuition is gonna be heightened. Okay, so if you understand Neptune's gift, and then anything in social media, because it represents also the lens, all right, and seeing through your eye of intuition. So I see you here becoming more spiritually, more awakened. Am I awakened, more real, or is the reality what I'm seeing is real versus what is here, what I could feel, what I could? You understand me? Hey, Sharma, hi, how you doing? Okay, so that's what's happening in your first house. Neptune is stepping in there, giving you all these beautiful gifts and trusting that. That's what's going to be happening. So you got to pay attention. Now, like I could say to you, this is the energy. You got to pay attention to the slowest moving planets. We're going to have all kinds of configurations. All right? We're going to have the inner planets and the outer planets. Okay? Understanding our outer planets. All right? So you're going to be gifted with more your perception. Not only your perception, but your heightened intuition and following that. That's going to be bam. All right? So understanding this is a gift. This is a beautiful gift that comes from, because the water represents a level of emotions, but it's a level of intuition and a level of psyche. Okay? That's the mystery. Because we look at the water. What is the water? All right? Something mystery behind that. Okay? We're looking at the primordial soup. All right? So understanding the energy of water and how the connection to the moon, right? So that's the thing. That's the thing that you understand in here. All right? And so manifesting is going to be easier for you. All right? And just paying attention to your intuition. But let's see what tarot card you get. All right? You're going to be aware, more awake of when you're dreaming. Because you could dreamscape here means that you are there. You are there. It's not a dream. You are there. All right? So anyway, I'll talk a little bit more about Neptune on Saturday so I can get a little bit more into it. So let's go ahead. Let's see your tarot card. I'm not going to give you a lot of energy. I'm just going to look at moving into that in January 2026 and the challenges. All right? The challenge. I like a good challenge. Let's go ahead one more. Why special gifts? Because listen, what if the biggest secret to life here when it comes to your dreams, right? To happiness is it's not about success, right? It's about sharing what makes you special, all right? And not being scared of it, all right? What if that? Finding your gift. We're all born with special gifts and talents. Let's focus on those things. So there you go. You got the Empress, all right? And she represents harmony and balance. Look at this. Being somebody that, listen, this is not chasing. This is somebody who appreciates, all right? Depth and tenderness. This is harmony. This is compassion. This is nurturing. I have to do what I have to do to protect, you know, this love, this reciprocity. It's always finding that missing link, okay? So it's not in your dreams, okay? Could you make my dreams a reality? Can I meet somebody? And I think you got that the other day. All right? So your challenge is this. Being being vulnerable. All right? This is your challenge here. All right? Am I gonna cause see, she represents femininity, but she represents radiant doesn't have to be loud. Let's just say that. All right? So what she's telling you, protecting, are you going to protect your vulnerability or are you going to speak from a vulnerable place? Because this is when you're naked, you speak from vulnerability and communication is important. All right. So now you're going to have a great discernment, but more like your intuition is going to be heightened. So you're going to be able to make these decisions, not based on assumption, right? Because it's about making the choices, being more clear on what you want and what you don't want in your life, right? But when you do it from a vulnerable place here, it's okay to extend yourself. This is all being unselfish, beauty, self-care, love for myself. All right. She's a germination of an idea before it's born. Okay. So protecting more and using your creative power, like nurturing your creativity here. All right. So this space is all about attracting love rather than chasing it. So this is all about your nurturing side. Okay. That is going to be very strong. This is a magnetic attraction to someone who appreciates that. Okay. So that's why this is what it looks like for you for love. This is saying a stable relationship. It's on the way, but nurturing that side of you. So, cause you want to you want to be people when you're with somebody, just, it's okay to be vulnerable without assuming, without signing into, between soft and tenderness, that having that balance between those two, because at the end of the day, this is about the balance here. And this is awakening to something new, something real, but something that's going to require you to be vulnerable. All right. It's okay if you cry. It's okay to share that. I mean, all right. I'm going to leave it there. Hey, Stella. Hey, Stella. Stella on the web. Hey, I'm Chocolata. Hey, how are you? Hey, Chocolata. All right. So you're gonna be entering that phase. And this is a great time for you to show what you can do, present ideas, even when it comes to your creativity. All right. Now, V, let's go ahead. I hope that helped you. So when you see the King of Cups, he's a healer, of course. He's patient, he's kind, he's emotional, not to let your emotions overtake your, right? Like don't let your emotion, don't, like, because your sensitive nature is your superpower basically, and it's okay to show that emotion. All right. And just protect that energy. All right, because that's gonna be a major theme there. All right. Beautiful, like your weakness is beautiful women, right? Every time I get that, right? So remember, she doesn't represent barefoot and pregnant. All right, remember that. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. You got it. All right, good luck, and stay tuned for the love readings. I'm gonna do one finance and career read, and that's gonna be the virtuous circle. I'm gonna do the so you can understand the pentacle, uh, spirit, water, earth, fire, and air. Okay, so you understand at least a little bit. And whatever you bind here, up here in heaven, you bind it here on earth. All right, so understand the law of correspondence and the law of action. Manifestation requires aligned action, and as above, so below, as within, so without. You need to learn how to bind here as well as up there. All right, they're connected. All right, yes, you do. All right, so it's gonna be a lot. That's gonna be the theme around you, because we're talking about the third house in your community. All right, the third house. She represents the third house for me. All right, she is a Libra card. She is a Taurus second house. We go back to the Sumerian. All right, learning how to build. Because remember, the Sumerians, they was the one that showed us a lot of the recipes, songs, hymns, just a lot of art and stuff like that. and so they bring that in. So that's Venus energy, and Venus sharing the land with why now we call Mother Gaia. All right. So there could be a fight between two women. All right. So somebody could be somebody very earthy and somebody very Venusian, which is Libra and Taurus. And then we got Virgo. So there could be four. All right. So it's gonna be powerful. So I understand the energy as Venus comes to Earth and shares her special gifts with us all. All right. Yeah, I could feel that Libra. Yep. You're a Leo, so it's gonna be that. It's gonna be maybe four. Okay, when we understand the energy between Virgo, between Libra, Taurus, and a Gemini. So with that being said, I hope that helped you in some way, shape, or form. Let's go ahead. All right, exactly what she thinks about Naveen now. Now, as I'm out of her light, out of her sight, out of sight, out of mind. You already know what they say. Out of sight, out of mind. Let's go ahead to your Naveen. Let's go ahead to your awakened soul's energy. Let's see here. This energy is going to be available for us when it comes to Neptune's and awakening and seeing things clear. What I no longer want in my life. Okay. And that goes with love, work, relationships, family. Sometimes we got to set those boundaries. Not wall high where you can't get, but normal. Just start little small adjustments. All right. Mindful choices. Here we go. One more for Naveen. I'm going to be here till 4:45. That's why I came in early. Simplicity for you. Okay. And challenges. Okay. Scarcity. There's going to be some tactics strategically. All right. This is not giving me a lot because this is about how to look. If I'm playing a game with you, how do I'm leaving. I'm hiding something here. I'm not showing you my true self. I'm being more strategic here. I'm using this strategy here to confuse you. All right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, next time you come in, Jenny, please put your question. All right? So what she expects from me, I don't know until I pull this card, all right? I'm trying to see if I could get anything from the Simplicity card, which represents music, harmony, which represents, it could also represent destruction. All right? Sometimes the beauty... See, a guitar, you got to understand this energy that I see here. You see a guitar has strings, right? I might get the lovers because there's a hand, the hands play music, right? But not necessarily. So sometimes we got to be in tension. Sometimes we got to be listening. A guitar won't play if there's no tension. If the strings ain't tied, there's not going to be nothing playing. So sometimes to play that most beautiful music, we got to be in constant tension. All right? So let's see here what you get. All right? So we need both hands for this party. There's an applause here. All right? What I get with this hand, I get with this one and both. I wash my hands. So there's something here. All right? Two hands, one hand wash the other and two wash the face. All right? So I'm washing something here. One more for you. That pitch. There's a pitch, there's a noise, but there's tension. All right? Will tension grow? Will this simplify? Will this become more chaotic? Let's go ahead. One more. Actions for you she will take. One more. Thank you. May the best player win. May the best. You put yourself here. What move will you make? You're on the opposite side of this chess game. Are you a good player? Hold on. I got a cough. Oh my God. I had a cough. the 10 of Wands, the 3 of, wow, the 3 of Wands, waiting on you. Yep. Waiting on you, waiting on you, waiting on you. Okay, so you got the 4. I feel like I overstretch here, right? I'm waiting on you to make this. I'm not gonna make no moves right now because I feel like I'm the burden. I don't know if they don't want to burden you or you don't want to burden them. But the 4 of Cups says, I'm not gonna. I overextended my compassion, so now it's up to you. The selfless hands, all right, kind of energy. So when you look at the selfless hands helping you, right? But this energy is about, because I did get the grounding card. I want everything like it used to be. I want to be in this utopian energy when everything's so beautiful, and I miss the excitement of it. But now I'm gonna see, somebody has to put their best foot forward. You see how this person put their best foot forward? So this is what is expected as you move forward, because I'm waiting for you. You wait. It's like you guys are both doing the same thing, okay? Because I don't want to cause no disruption here. All right? I'm confused. I should take action. Well, you're both doing the same thing. This is what the challenge is here. So being in this tension is gonna give you that, because you're both, you intention, they intention. All right? So my bottom line is this. Listen, you're gonna have to, yeah, of course. Look, this is what we do when we challenge. Let's see, because who's gonna make the first move? It's right here. You gotta stay with me so I don't explain this over and over again, because this is right here, right now. All right. So the energy of this is, I'm not gonna overextend my compassion because somebody doesn't understand something, right? And it's all about my self-respect. You understand? So I'm not gonna. It's like a draining. I don't want to be drained anymore. All right. So this goes to the emotional and the mental level. All right. So at the end of the day, what you get here is there's a medicine here. Stop explaining. There's gonna be, if I'm gonna give you an advice, stop explaining yourself to people who aren't really understanding but choose not to respect. So your compassion has been overextended here at the end of the day, right? This is your moment to protect your energy without being guilty. What looks like. This is what it looks like. Letting others feel the consequences of their acts, choices, choosing peace over being nice, which is here, and stepping back instead of rescuing. Okay? So if you decide you want to put your best foot forward, all right, and move, because you have to learn how to the third eye energy, which represents the seeing through the eyes of God, having this calm moderation kind of balanced energy, letting things flow. Here with the water must be it's like and that's what Neptune's doing, right? And you guys really got to understand that. And so Neptune is giving that time to reflect, okay, before I move forward. It's filtering us out, right? So we could move the waters from within, so we could cast out the light, so we could start seeing true heavenly love. And without that, finding the middle ground here, right? So putting that best foot forward, I'm going to be intentional. I'm going to do everything that I have to do, right? How I'm going to present myself moving forward, all right? So you can watch all you want, but if you're not really understanding the energy that is given to you, you're going to go back to this tower, which is right here, all right? So, which is going to be, do you like it like that? You like things chaotic, right? What foundation am I going to build on? Because I don't want to build, there's false promises there, all right? I want to, this is a building, a foundation of any enterprise. And when it comes to relationship, right, I want something that is real, all right? Something that's going to keep me, and not, that's going to make me go like this, turn that frown around, all right? I'm going to leave it there. I hope you understand that, all right? All right, so you make the first move. Hey, just reach out. Don't stop predicting. You got to say, this is all about simplifying your life. Don't predict them, okay? Have the honest conversation with them, okay? Emotional truth is going to come to the surface. So if you partner with honesty, your conversations, that deepen your bonds, okay? When you speak from vulnerability, you have to learn how to be vulnerable rather than assuming, okay? You could be watching them. You're watching each other with this slow burning energy here. This is all about slow burning connection with them, right? That are going to be in your favor over rush romance. So you want to choose consistency over fantasy. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope that helped you, and this is for the thing that, all right, you could think that she's regretting it. All right, so listen, just reach out. That's it. This is I'm feeling it now. Okay, just reach out. It is there. Okay, there's some limitations. There are restrictions here, and whatever slow burn, that is such a good way of leaning into a good. Exactly. There you go. You're welcome. All right. Just bid her that. Listen. Just get it out of the way. Cause you're looking at her. Who's gonna make the first move? Who's gonna make the first move? Just do it. Get it out of the way. Don't bring into this in the new year, because you're gonna have such a hard time. A lot of times we don't see the door that is opening for us. All right. There's doors that are new doors that are gonna be open. You're not gonna know how to step into those new doors. Okay. You're not gonna be able to do that if you stay uh, guessing and assuming instead of asking. Yeah, and that's what she's waiting. I May 1st, not move in November, but didn't got. Then leave it alone. You leave it alone. It's time to move forward. You probably learn your lesson. A lot of the time, the 10 of 1 comes out. Is I reached the limit. That is it. I if I was you, I'll move forward. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. When I get that 10, people really got to understand what that 10. Can I start again? All right. Can you? Should you? All right. I have tried so much. I put my best foot forward and I have got nothing. So this is going to tell you something. All right. So you're going to have to try to make some life altering decisions here. All right. So how do I do that? You know, it's not easy. It could be easy for me to say to you that. All right. So this is it for you. This is energy. If you've been behaving well in order to gain their approval. All right. It's like when I visited my girlfriend's parents, I tried to be very polite, helpful. If you try as hard as you did already, okay? If you bring your best self, okay, then that's it. So it's about giving something, and it's going to be determined on that, showcasing your best self. And if you did that already, I'm going to leave it there. Really to understand the best possible impression is about acting energetically, politely, and presenting the most positive qualities. Okay, so if you did that already, all right, or if you plan for the future, when you put your best foot forward, you show enthusiasm and your work ethics, like going for a job interview. All right, then there's nothing I could do for you, sweetie. I'm sorry. This is when you're gonna have to learn how to trust in the divine. This is there comes a level of time that I know that relationships are not easy, and this is where I get back. I step back because no matter what you tell a person, the heart wants what it wants, right? So, so I don't know. You want to bring this into the new, all right? That's up to you. There could also be going on something with her leg. That gives me a lot of leg action there. That gives me a walk, a dance, a graceful, shapely a leg. Okay, something looks better. All right. This could be a march. There's something here, but it's gonna have to be effort and dedication. Would not pass you. Yes. All right. You're welcome, sweetie. What's meant for you will not pass you, and like she said, okay. So if you put the effort, everything is a two-way energy here. Stella, I always remember what is meant for you will not pass you. Thank you so much, Stella, for sharing your wisdom. Best to you. Yeah. All right. I don't want to bring no old energy with me. I'm sorry. You got the lesson learned there, and can you go back? What to do if you're in love? And now, and what I wait. You know what it is that we all need some kind of, I won't say guidance, motivation. We need some encouragement, because we want to do it. What if I move and, if I move away and then they come back? Right? That used to be my thing. Man, I'm going to wait here because I know what you're going through, because been there, done that. I will wait. What if I move and then they come back? Oh, well, it's too late. I know what you're going through. That's what I'm saying to you. What if I move and they come back? I dealt with that for years. Years. That is, you letting your emotion and your vulnerability, that emotional side, that's making the decisions for you. You need to have a balance between that, being realistic. All right, it's okay to be in that energy, but having the balance, because you have to have, if your heart and your mind is not exactly aligned, your mind might want something else, but your heart is saying something else. So how do you bring that alignment? All right. So it's hard. It's hard. I can't even get you there where you want. You want me to say, yeah, you know what, move forward. No, you will wait maybe another year or so. All right. So this is what happens in a lot of connections. Yeah. The fantasy doesn't match the reality. And when we get over the intellectual, right, that connection between emotional and intellectual, and then that fantasy. Wow, now my reality is this, man. All right, so just good luck with everything. You'll make the best decision later. Yeah, well, just get time to know yourself. That's all. At this point, what could you lose? All right, is this a test? Am I willing to wait? What do I do here? Because now that's it. You understand still. All right. I don't like to use the words that a lot of people use. All right, because I'm trying to give you something new. It'll go back to the same thing, but just rephrasing some things and rewiring mindsets. All right. So stay on your hermit mode. Okay. And that hermit mode is a solitary reflection. In retrospect, should I have gone there? Should I have done this? If you're going through that now, if you're overthinking, a lot of times the hermit mode is a kind of reflection. In retrospect, should I have done that? Should I pursue this? If you want to stay in that mind space, going over and over and overthinking, because probably that's what you're doing. If you want to stay there, because this is all about distancing yourself from the rat race in order to find your true path. All right. So if you're not finding your true path, it's not about disconnection, right? It's all about pursuing your spiritual north. All right. So this is a time of solitary. This is withdrawal, which is going to help you for your best option, the best available energy. All right. On your way back to finding your principles, your morality, your values. Those are the things that anchor you. That refers to your beliefs. Your relationships will get stronger. If you're in that spiritual quest, right? And that's all about spiritual mentorship. All right. So, okay, that's the card of inner wisdom and finding your own truth and guidance. So continue on that. Don't overthink it. All right. Spend that time. You don't have to do a lot of research, because then sometimes that just gets you, with your mind. What am I making them? So we always going to be reflecting. All right. So that is the same energy as we go through the dark and shadow light consciousness that the all is doing with itself. And so when you understand the polarity and our connection here, right? Because we have the same power as the neutron star. All right, let me get off that energy, because I want to give you so much, but I don't have that much time. Let me go ahead. I'm saving a lot of the energies. Let's go ahead. Who was the next person? We just all want to share something. All right, who's the next question? We only got 2 people here. Knowing what what represents because if you're gonna stay on hermit mode, right? Because this is all about external validations. Not, I need to slow down. At the same time, this is about the inner light. Finding that. But if you're gonna go back to this after that phase of introspection, right, where you are drawing your attention inwards and looking for answers, but if you're gonna go back to the same thing, so what's the point? You know what I mean? What do you see for me in love now, and what awaits me for the future? I only had a boyfriend in 6th grade, and most guys I met were unserious or disrespectful. Take your time whenever you can with my question. Jenny was first. Jenny, is she here? I don't know if Jenny's here. All right. Excuse me. Jenny, I think let's give Jenny a chance. I'm going to be right back because I did come in earlier. Jenny, go ahead with your question. I'll be here until 4:45, which means I'll be here another hour. I did come on early because I have to leave early. I usually stay till 5:15, but that's not going to be the case today. With that being said, tomorrow I will be doing a donation a reward. I'm going to put a reward if you want to come and ask a question for a donation. Great. And if you don't, it's okay. So those will be open tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday. Thank you so much. That's what you could expect tomorrow. Bonus. All right. So hey Geetha, how you doing? What's on pre-mind and heart about the media? Exactly what he thinks. Okay, Geetha, I'll be with you in a minute. Stella, time and love really valuable. You should learn to understand the value of your time. And exactly, Stella. Don't wait for people to respect yourself. And self-respect is all about me knowing my value, my true worth. All right. Hi, dear. Hi, dear. I just got back in. What's my work like? Your work, Jenny. Let's go ahead. Listen. Sometimes we don't get it. We don't get it. I've been there, so I understand. I wish I would. I wish I knew what I knew then. And sometimes it happens too late. Don't let it be too late. Learn that you're here to learn a lesson. Okay, that's it. Learn it. You're learning a lesson. That's it. University Earth, we disconnect from source. All right, we need to buy some things up there so they can stick down here. When you get that pentagram, that Earth energy, that's what it's telling you. I'll be doing those readings according to that energy, which is spirit, which is fire, which is air, which is water, and which is earth. Okay, the virtuous circle. Life is not a progression of a railroad. It's not. Life don't move. We don't move straight forward. We make some pit stops. We make some changes, challenges. We face all kinds of adversities. Okay, and so we're here. We're learning. Period. You're gonna learn the easy way or the hard way. Let's go ahead. For you, when it comes to what is my work life looks like, let's see here. Do you get a 3, 4, 5, 6, or you get a major arcana? Let's see what theme is going on when it comes to your work life. One more. I see the lovers, the 10 of pentacles. And that for me is, of course, your status and family support, a network that supports you, okay? Either you're starting a family business here or there are going to be people here that you need to work and communicate. Anything in communication is good for you, all right? So let's go ahead. You got the 2 and the ace. So this is all about options, weighing your options, but then it's all about negotiations, all right? One more. Thank you, thank you, and thank you. Let me give you a Let me give you a spirit. All right, this spirit right here. All right, the sun. All right, that represents, well, taking us into higher dimensions, right? The sun, the heart of the solar system. So this is your connection to spirit, okay? So the sun, the 19. So the 19 is 10. All right, so we're going to go here to fire, air, water, and earth. Okay? So these how the readings are gonna look when I do them. Okay, we're gonna look at that. All right, whatever you bind here, you bind here. So changes, but the air that's moving. So you have here the higher calling card. So your life purpose here. Are you gonna follow your life purpose? But here, all right. Hey Otare. So here's the judgment card here, and the judgment card rising up to your calling in life. All right. So here, what the energy of the heart of the divine, which this is what connects us, this is what binds us here on earth, all right? So however you understand your east, west kind of energy, your fire, your earth, and whatever you bind here. So the lucky charm here, all right? So you got to look at, everything goes with 5 because we represent Jupiter. So when we do Jupiter, we do and then we do the 5. You don't have the 5-pointed star here, so that's okay because it's in here. The sun is what's moving us, and the connection to the divine here, right? So you say who's in control here. So anything that represents moving, okay? And what I mean by that, travel, all right? Whether you work, listen, because this is all about leadership. Remember, the sun is taking us on our appointed path here, okay? And so we have to say, do I become this leader that I'm always meant to be, knowing that I got brilliance? Am I going to work with kids? Am I going to set up a daycare? I don't know exactly what you want to do here, okay? Because the sun is all about when you get that energy, it says with a lot of things that have a lot of passion here, but things that are constantly moving, all right? So business and moving. I don't know exactly what you want to do here, whether it's work, daycare, a lot of fun jobs, sports, right? Sports arena, nurse, kids, working with kids, caretaker, outdoor jobs, storytelling, cooking, chef. There's something there, but you have to put a lot of your passion and emotions, right? All right? You got it? Because this is waking up to your true purpose, all right? This is reaching my purpose. This is meeting. This is what I'm meant to do, all right? A healer, okay? So what it is that you want to do here? Because you got it here. So now the thing here is with the fire, your passion, competitive, something that's very competitive. You're using your competitive power here. All right. Maybe it could be something training like swimming, running. But then look, this is something here. I don't know if you got it because this says to you, if you prepare well, if you got all your paperwork ready, because this is dealing with red tape at the same time. And meaning getting licenses, getting things together. If you did that already, this is going to promise you a good future. All right. And then you got the devil here, which represents restrictions, being restricted, being in my anti-hero. Okay. Going from savior to you doing your own saving here. Okay. Not waiting for nobody. But it's a lot of limitations, a lot of restrictions. Okay. So whatever you want to do here. Okay. Things that are always changing with it. All right. So you could get the Wheel of Fortune represents love. It represents Jupiter's energy, expanding. Not only that, your consciousness and who's really in control. Am I going to take destiny, control of my own destiny? And then control gives you what? Power, and it gives you influence, right? Whether that be this energy, because when we don't really understand what now you got to hear, all right? Whatever you're binding here, which represents the 5-pointed star. And this is what we got here, all right? So the circle around it represents the spirit, which is here. So whatever you bind here in spirit, you bind it here on earth. And you move with the energy, all right? This is all about you surrendering, right? Your lower energy and reaching your purpose. And look, let me just tell you something. A lot of people, and I don't want to explain because I have a reading that I'm going to do with this, and it's a lot of energy with this. So whatever you want to do here is this restrictions, this limitations. This is having a short leash on your time. This is uncomfortable. You're going to have to be uncomfortable. It's going to be messy, but it's going to be worth your while. All right? So this brings anything from game. You could be watching game shows. You could buy a lottery ticket and hit it, and then you might not want to do that. You understand? Because this represents just pure luck. But this is all about expanding my consciousness, right? This is all about philosophy. This is all about, that's the only thing that could stay safe. All right. When we reach the high level of consciousness, right, we understand, am I in control? Are these sentient beings are in control? And really reaching the high heights here. And your mental, because we have the sword and represents your mental and practical fortitude. All right. So these sentient beings, are they in control? Right. This represents here using your creative powers. All right, and understanding ancient culture. You could be doing something in archaeology, ancient culture, anything. Just follow your true path. All right. Even if it means to be, because you're not doing nothing malicious. You're not doing nothing here to hurt nobody, because this pentagram represents control. All right. So the animal doesn't take over. All right. This is about the ego. All right. Protecting that. All right. Because the ego is an instrument that we need to use to drive through the world. And that comes from direct from spirit, from the divine. The heart of the divine is what I call it. All right. And something that's going to make you feel like a kid again, nurturing that side of you. I'm going to leave it there because this energy, people don't really understand this gravitational energy here. So, and I'm saving a lot for it. All right. So don't look at this as this is something, you're not hurting nobody. You're not doing the malicious. You're not an antagonist. You're not using your right your dark energy to hurt nobody. All right. You're not doing no spells and no satanic rituals, cults, just for a few moments. For a mute. I'm gonna leave it there because when you really understand, don't look at the energy, right? So you're gonna have to learn how to be uncomfortable, okay, in the face of the devil or however you understand the energy, and don't be afraid of that. Sometimes you need that energy to thrive. In the darkness. Listen, if you're in the dark, right, and you're not growing, whatever the seeds that you're planting there for the future, they require discipline. So discipline and structure is gonna be your best friends right now. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope you understand that, Jenny. All right. And seeing the gold. Gold here represents, and this is the Ark of the Covenant, what was lost. If you're coming out of these kings and queens that are coming out of exile, facing public scrutiny, right? And this is where you thrive when you find your power. Okay? You go from wanting the hero to you becoming your own hero. All right? And so sometimes that requires, structure, discipline, and, just growing. If you're not growing where you're at, then you got to really question yourself. Am I growing in the light or I'm growing in the dark? Either way, you're going to grow. You're going to learn a more general lesson. All right. I hope that helped you in some way, shape, or form. Because the Queen of Cups, she's compassionate, kind. She's protective of the one she loves, right? She's working with compassion, non-judgment. She teaches to extend ourselves unselfishly to others, beauty, self-care, self-love, right? For ourselves and others. And I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much, Jenny, for allowing me to give you this wonderful energy. And, there's ideas here that could be profitable here for you. All right? You believing in yourself is the most important thing, okay? And then you nurturing your creativity. This is doing a lot of things, all right? Because for a lot of us, right? For a lot of us, creativity, and especially in our daily life, it feels like miles away. We know that it lives inside of us. It's within our own breath, right? But accessing our creativity and the creative process, right? It could be so daunting. After work, kids, responsibility, live dishes, laundry, doctor's appointments, supermarket clothes. We do it all. All right. And so remember that creativity ebbs and it flows. All right. And this, of course, it has a tremendous effect on our mental health, our sense of purpose, and the meaning of our lives as we nurture. We have to learn how to nurture that side. All right. Always try to be positive, not for others, but for you and your sanity. Exactly, Stella. All right. So we be like, oh my God. So I'm going to be talking about that as well. How to nurture your creative energy. Remember that you're brilliance. Okay. You come from the heart of the divine, and whatever you bind up there must be like how to live my heaven on earth kind of energy. Okay. Even with the changes, the constant changes here, but we have to go through those changes. It's not comfortable. It's not. Yeah, it's not comfortable, but it has to be done. So you could go through that phase of high intuition, emotional clarity, and putting that energy here, right? Shedding old skin and stepping into a more self-analyzed version of yourself. All right, Geeta, what's on the prem mind and heart about me, please? What he thinks about me. Hopefully, you don't get a 7 of cups. But let's go ahead to Stella. Stella, let's go ahead. I hope Jenny understands that it takes a lot of time for us to really understand that we must rescue ourselves. That's it. And if that requires you to be unapologetically you, well, listen. Sometimes we have to do it. It's messy, and this is the one we run from the confrontations because we're trying to avoid the battle. But sometimes we got to step into the battle, no matter how messy it is. You know. We have to. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna keep getting the same energy over and over again. I wonder where's my creativity? Why so long? Why so far away? The sunset. Hold on. Is before it gets really, really good, it's gonna get real messy. And how are you gonna not only survive, thrive, but you're gonna flourish? It's all about flourishing. All right. The sunflowers, they don't really grow with the other they don't really grow with other flowers. All right. They need their own space. So having your own space is what's important. Learning how to be uncomfortable so you could be very comfortable for many, many years. So giving up the good to go for the great. Also, I'm a Pisces, if that's helpful. Piscean, Stella on the web. Hey, Stella. All right, Swagger Tikanakar. Jenny, you got this, Jenny. All right. So I'm gonna help you to not only nurture your creativity, but look at the areas where you need to let some things go. All right, and the people to avoid. You've done it already. You've done it already. You gotta move. You gotta move forward. I done it already. It's hard because we get accustomed. We get attached to things. All right. That card doesn't only mean that it only speak of being positive. That's a great quality, but at sometimes we got to make some life altering decisions. It's not gonna be comfortable, right? Because the sun grants you strength, mind, body, practical fortitude, so you can prevail in any situation, any circumstance. It's action, it's logic. It is clairvoyant. It is your ESP, your extrasensory perception, so you could know things clearly, right? And it's a scientific kind of energy. It is our biological clock, our circadian clock. This is the third eye. This is the seat of all our senses. See, hear, taste, smell. I could go on and on and on. Okay? It is touching your spirit. Let's go ahead. When you surrender your lower self, and then you streamline moving beyond with the intelligence of the mind of all there is, this luminous intelligence. Let's go ahead. Jenny, I could go on and on. Let's go ahead. One more. And let me tap into, all right, remember the universe. I mean, I could go on and say the same thing. Sometimes I say a lot, sometimes I don't, depending on the energy. Thank you so much, Jenny, for allowing me. But just stay aware, And if you've been disconnected, you're gonna have to restore your connection back. All right. All right, Stella. Let's see, Stella. What was your question? And you are next, Geetha. What do you see for me in love? And what awaits me? Wait, what awaits me for the future? Only had a boyfriend in 6th grade, and most guys I met was unserious. Well, when you crave love, Stella, when you crave, so you don't throw yourself aggressively at the world, and that's great. So how to have that balance between help and interference, how to really go after what you want, how to stop avoiding the confrontation. Sometimes you have to, and how to have that balance so you become the fullness of who you are, And when you learn how to balance the polarity and sit at the center of the energy, a lot of time it's hard for us to do. Jenny, let's go ahead and start. I mean, not Jenny, I'm sorry. Stella, let's go ahead and let's tap into the great power and divine spirit of all there is, who enlivens all things and animates all life, or animates all things and enlivens all life. From the greatest star to the tiniest atoms to the single cell particle. All right? Everything is vibrating and everything has a unique frequency. How do you run through these frequencies when it comes to love? Jenny, let's see here with your awakened soul. One more. One more. Jenny, I'm going to give you who to avoid and who is aligned with your true soul's purpose. So you have here unplug. All right? You have to unplug. There's something here that is not unplugged. Okay? Either you've been unplugged from social media. That's distractions there. A lack of grounding. You know what it is, Jenny? Is that your expectations. This means that you have to unplug the social media for a while if you haven't done that. All right? This is your desires. Your desires versus your intentions or the person's intentions. See, when you lack grounding, the expectations and the intellectual connection, when it doesn't match the reality. You understand me? I'm going to leave it this that simple. When we lack grounding, we get caught with the excitement. How do you correct your excitement? All right? So, hey, my lower energy, the animal's going to say, hey, let's do this together. She's going to give you the opportunity to correct your excitement. All right? So, how to have that balance between, what's real, what's fake, what's on the web. I don't know exactly what it is that's here, whatever you're doing. All right? So, this lady got this plug, and she understands that the same energies that are out there, all right, that you could connect to that. So you could have, when you have this grounding effect, no, you don't get swayed by emotions, feelings. You look at the excitement of it and you correct it. You understand? Okay, so good. So that's what okay. You, however you think, whatever's going on with you, you want me to, see, things are not going to be, you got to learn how to read between the lines, all right? Because when I come on here, it's reading between the lines. You ask me what that is. You step outside, you go find, when you connect more to nature, all right, this is where you connect your energetic fields, because the heart is magnetic, all right, and that resonates with our Earth's energy, okay? So there's energetic field around your the aura, whatever you're carrying, the sense. So people could sense fear, there could be fears. So connecting to the earth energy was going to dispel. All right. And then you affirming things, when you're feeling not insecure or by I don't really know, should I move forward, the fears, right? When you lack grounding, people's emotions, feelings, judgments, whatever the case may be, they're going to affect you greatly. Okay. This is what it's saying. Let me go ahead, Jenny. Okay. All right. Two of Pentacles, the King of Wands. All right. So you have the Five of Pentacles. Let me see what other. Hold on, I gotta get my other deck of cards. All right. And a lot of times you think you see a lot of cards. So this. All right. Who's telling you the truth here? All right. So this is the problem. Your security. Everybody's security depends on it. Being replaceable is what's at the heart of everybody. Am I going to be replaced? All right. That's the fear that we all have. It has no, listen, there's nothing like being scared of being replaced. We all get that fear. Am I going to be replaced? Because right now, that's what the problem is right here. Okay. So you said you haven't had a boyfriend. All right. You might be spending a lot of time alone here, which it could be good, but it could also be detrimental for your mental health here, right? So the uncertainty, everyone have that, or being scared to be left alone, being abandoned. But in life, there's no uncertainty. When you want to be so certain here, because you're a keeper of stability. I'm a good catch. I'm a good keeper. I want to keep, right, myself, right, from the world. I feel like it's detrimental considering my family situation, okay? And even with family. Because you know what it is? The thing is this. When we limit our identity, everything in your life, and I'm going to say this is one thing that I use, that I have learned, everything in you is going to become like a curse. You need to learn this. You need to well, you say that you're not connected anymore. All right. So you're gonna have to learn how to do the opposite and stop, because this is an overcommitting card. And how do I find the time, right? How do I weigh the options when we judge? Like, because this energy is like the future is not certain for nobody. We all just traveling through here. All right. We got to understand not to let our emotions get stuck. All right, because our emotions are our navigation system, and that correlates with the phases of the moon. We go to two highs, two high tides, and two low tides a day, right? We go to two and two. So the thing is this: how do you find time today? Because it's like, look here. All right, why does it seem so far away from you? Whether even your creativity here, why do you feel like there's no love, there's no support? Are you willing to get out of your, because all you got to do is get out of your comfort zone? Okay. Hold on a second. Let me go get the other cards. Okay. Let me go get my other cards. I'll be right back. Okay. Baby, baby, baby. Baby, baby, baby. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Hold on. These are the cards that I don't like to see, One more. Please. And thank you. All right, here we go. Let's see. The Tower. The Page of Wands. All right. Love them and leave them. The Seven of Pentacles and the Seven. Oh, boy. Let me take out one more. All right. So, look, we got the same thing here. Okay. Okay. And I took all this. See, a lot of times you see all these cards, you think that they're going to tell you something. All right. So I know you're going through love them and leave them, building on false foundations, right? Because this represents the Tower moments, represents transformations that have to happen, because the universe wants you to be happy. All right. But what's happening here, trusting in the fruits of your abilities. All right. You're planting your seeds of growth, because the Temperance energy is all about the best version of yourself to succeed in any situation, showing up, showing your best version, putting your best foot forward. All right. And so what I see here is you're not using the other side of you. It's like, the High Priestess here is all about balancing these two polarities and sitting in the center of it. Finding your center, not choosing sides. It's like you're trying to think, I don't know, I can't even give it. I can I could go and say trust your intuition because it's very. You gotta learn. How old are you? You're not gonna understand this. You're gonna have to sit. You're gonna have to sit here for a while to understand that. Because I could say to you your intuition, right? Because the high priestess, she appears when you're being guided to pause and listen to a world that's moving so fast. We get gratified. We get energized so much by what? By the forces of the will and by other people's. We get energized by just, I gotta move this fast. I gotta go ahead. I gotta make things happen, right? With the noise, right? So this is telling you to trust the whispers beneath the noise in your life, asking you for deeper reflection. All right. When she shows up, you got to look at your emotional patterns. I would like to know yeah, you're gonna understand. All right. Because I can say, trust what you fear. Trust your intuition versus what you fear here. Try to weigh the options. If you're scared of the death of the relationship, something you need to learn how to have the death of the flesh, right? It has to be a death. You have to have the death before you can resurrect. You have to. You haven't had the complete death. All right? So your energy right now is what you're doing is choosing black or white. It's both. You got to understand that you need these two. All right? So when you understand, so you could become to the fullness of who you are, right? And to get that light of consciousness, that energy, because you got to sit at the center of it, is for you to embrace duality, the shadow, dark, and light consciousness, to understand yourself here, because you're not understanding that. You choosing. It's like, I'm gonna choose light. I'm gonna choose the what feels good, only the good stuff. I don't want to choose the dark. I don't want to choose the chaos. I want to avoid or banish the shadow, and you cannot do it. You can't. So this is the problem that you're having right there, right? So, and there's of course other forms of thinking. So when we look at the left and right hemispheres, right, and how to connect to, and using your eye of intuition, because the left eye of intuition, this is the cross here. The left eye, right brain, right eye, left brain. And so when you run through these frequencies, right, because here on earth is very low. So when you extend yourself, when you get divinized, right, especially with the connection to the moon, because you are that energy, right? So she represents your internal, the waters, but she also represents to judge and to listen to that voice inside of you, because those are the things that are going to help you shape this reality here. You understand me? So when you cross yourself with wisdom, and how do you expand your conscious and transform yourself, right? How do you have the balance between the right and left brains of the hemispheres of your brain? All right. How do you move this consciousness? So you go listen. This is too deep. I'm gonna leave it there. All right, because I have so much. This is too much. All right. You need to. How old are you? You're not really understanding. You watch. How long you been watching tarot? You're not really understanding. When we surround ourselves with superficial information, things that are not verified, because this is hidden codes here, and can nobody really figure it out. We have theologian, Bible scholars, everybody's trying to figure out the codes that are hidden in this Torah, the five first books of the Bible, the Pentecost. All right. Well, you about to learn, and you have to learn how to have those small shift of consciousness, little. All right, 5 years ago I started watching. Oh well, it's about time that you understand the transformation that needs to happen, and the death of the old has to happen. You have to have the death. Without the death of it, you can resurrect. You have to. It's complete death, a total transformation. It's not you putting makeup on, right? Because that's very superficial. You understand me? This is not dressing up. Oh, I'm gonna put makeup on. This is no. You got to work within your spirit. All right. You got to understand that at your highest, your moon, your sacred. That's sacred. Protecting that energy, which is what's gonna lead you to expanding your consciousness. Right. This is the integration that must happen. So this is too deep, and I don't want to give a lot of my information. That's going to happen for the members, okay, the ones that really want to learn. Hey, Mulata Shebe, those are the ones that really really want to learn. All right. So understanding that, and then pausing, and in that, that's when the answers show up. That's when the answers unfold. All right. But if you have been watching the same thing over and you flipping out of the infinity loop, the uberus, magic is the mother of eternity. And you have to learn how to access that. And you have to go through these certain frequencies. And when you know what frequency, vibration, sound, and that energy, and you sit with it, you understand things will start unfolding to you. Who to avoid, who to go, because you should know already. Man, I've been down this path already, and your subconscious mind is going to tell you, but you're not going to listen to it because you want now this, that, and you're not really understanding this. There's a death of the old version, the old you, so you can reimmerse. It's not about you transforming from the outside and leaving. All right, all right. There's a lot of things that are repeating themselves, and you're not paying attention to it because there's a lot of inaccuracy. Uh, that are if you're experiencing things from the past, right? Your intuition is inaccurate because guess what? All right, which is a tool for quick, effective decision making. Any situations where you have a lot of experience problem solving and that can help you with creative problem solving, linking to pieces of information subconsciously. What I have to say is, if you haven't had that much experience in it, all right, you're going to have you. It's gonna take you time. I'm done. I don't know how old you are, but I'm done. All right, you probably what 21, 22. All right, how old are you? All right, because she's old energy. Yeah, because you're not listening, you're not sitting, you're not pausing, and then this gets you where you know it's like a loss in the individual that you struggle to distinguish, your own like and there's something into that effect. All right. As soon as I see the height, I'm like, she's not. And I know I did that for a long time, so I understand that. So I say, this is all about spiritual rebirth, returning to a place of power, and how to access that information and paying attention to your moon, to the phases of the moon. All right. Every time the moon enters a new house, a new moon happens, you get new energy. All right. And you got to understand your 12th house. You got to understand your 12th house. When you understand, I'm going to do the 12th house for Pisces. I'm going to do the 12th house. You understand your 12th house, then you'll be like, so I'm going to deal with a lot of people like that. Oh, what's hidden? I'm in the house of the hidden. This You're gonna bring lovers that are ready. You're gonna bring in lovers. You bringing in lovers. All right. You're just gonna bring in lovers, and then you're gonna have to distinguish once you really understand your 12th house. All right. Exactly. That's what you're gonna bring in. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna do that whole thing here because that's gonna take a lot of time. But I hope it's not. None of them are easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. All right. It requires a high level of consciousness, how to shift that mindset, how to be more flexible. Even if you adapt to you adapting to that environment, you got to understand this is not an easy energy. If it was, everybody do it. It requires a level of discipline, and so you'll learn, and you'll be like, oh, I'm in the 12th house, and I have to learn how to overcome that 12th house because I'm at the last final. So this is where everything's ending. So it's always going to be hard for me to access, and because you probably do things late. You might adapt to things real late, and you're not getting it. So this is why it's saying, go with the faces of the moon, and it's gonna show you the identity. You have that power, right? You have that moon's intuition, using the eye of intuition and understanding. So that if the eye gets plucked out, like Seth and Horus, all right. So listen, this is numbers, and so we have a lot of things to look forward to. So I see you soon. All right, let me see here. Who is next? This is not an easy energy, but little pieces, piece by piece. All right. Learning to be still and a moment of insight. Okay. Exploring what does it matter in our modern day. All right. And so it's going to give you depth and credibility once you do that. And so remember that some sentences do not rush to impress. All right. Things arrive quietly and they sit right beside you. Hey, Geeta. Oh, Geeta, you go. Geeta, let's go ahead. I'll see you again. All right. Man, really get into not only to the subconscious mind, but really talking about, right, your intuition and what it is. All right. How does that happen? All right. And the moon's power, which is your clock, okay, your biological clock. So we have the serotonin and the melatonin. All right, am I asleep? Am I woke? Am I here? Is this real? Let's go ahead, Geetha. Geetha, I'm only gonna give you 2 cards, but let's go ahead here. All right. Nobody wants to watch the tea. What time I got here? I got 15 minutes. No, I already got it. You know what? You don't even got to put it. You don't even have to put it. It's with me. Just when we think we know it all, we don't. We know, man, we know about this much. Look, a little bit. All right? Man, we gotta get off that. Oh, I know it all. Look here. I'm reading this book. No. Read thousands of books. One more. Geetha, let's see. I know it all. No, you don't. Not with the Torah. No, you don't. Here we go. One more. Oh, man. I used to be like, I know it all. Girl, if you don't sit down, yeah, you sure you do. You make myself look like a dummy. Get out of here. One more. Thank you. Geetha. Oh, let's hear what we want to hear these words. Perspective. You know who gets this a lot? Scorpios get this a lot. Scorpio always get because the perception of their lover versus who they really are. We paint pictures. All right, so we don't deal with the real reality. So this relationship is asking you to trust, like the chrysalis, like the butterfly. It has to evolve. It has to go into, that's one of the animals, well, the insects that transform, right? Our evolution. This isn't our DNA, but there's not a lot of how much is in there, right? So we talking about transformation. So in this process, don't know. We're not even aware how much DNA we share with the butterfly, so we're gonna leave that alone. But anyway, your energy is about trusting. The trust in there. Do you trust them? So the perception is all about if I can't see them, then I don't trust them. Do I trust them when I can't see them? So my perception, what makes you evolve, what makes you shine is, having a connection, mutual, respect, love, and a connection, right? Let's see what else is under here. Authenticity. You got more butterfly. All right, through this process, all right, the desire, the intensity grows. But to have that lover, to have that person where we just want to, there's something that's missing, all right? Let's go ahead. I mean, perception, we could go on and on with perception, but all right? So you trust them, all right? The perception, the reality. It's what makes you understand the person, One more. Let's go here. You might get the 7 of Pentacles. I mean, the 7 of Cups. You got it last time. You got it 3 times. You got it twice. And then I'll be done with Shea Bay. One more. And thank you. All right. I'm going to go in the middle. No, right here. Wow, right here. So now you got 8 and you got the moon. So the moon, the moon could give you 2 things. It could give you, and we all know the fears. All right. So this is the universe. Of course, the moon could give you fears. It could give you doubts. They ghosted because this is like the ghost card. People understand this card. But the moon also gives you nurturing, kindness, but it gives it to you a short time. This is overjoy. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling happy. So it does 2 things, okay? Everything has, the contradicting, all right? So look into what's contradicting you. So the card of transformation, a lot of times when I get the Tower, when it comes to love, being over the moon, being, it's like when you get this energy, because everything has good and bad in it, all right? But when we, and I said this to people, and I don't think they understood it. All right. I'm head over heels. This is the head over heels. Even though I know this person is, it's causing me a lot of uncertainty. I'm over, listen, this is, I'm over the moon. I'm head over heels. You over heels. All right. So this is a lot of excitement, happy, this doubt, this fear, right? And so so you go in between your unconscious mind, right? So this is the unconscious because this one doesn't know. This is the conscious mind. And this is the unconscious. This is the subconscious mind here. All right? Your subconscious mind here, the unconscious and the conscious. This one doesn't know that belongs to this one. All right? So we got 20,000 years supposedly. All right? So we go to back to European times where the wolf evolved. It came from, right? So we look at the Europe. All right? So we look at all those. You could, I don't know if they're traveling towards that way or this is where you meet a new person. All right. So Europe got France, we got Spain, and so we have this other neighbor like Eurasia. All right. And so we look at that those countries. You understand? So there's no telling here. All right. So it's all about how you, because this is all about my perspective and my perception of what a lover should be. You know, some people like it like this. You know, love is messy, it's loud, it's like a rocket, it's like a Rockets concert. All right? And you might like it that way. When this, oh, I'm getting enjoyment, I'm getting sex, however you understand this energy. They could come and drop the eggs because that's what the crayfish does. Well, not the red crab from Australia. It comes and drop during Christmas. So you might see this person doing Christmas. They might roll in at 3 o'clock in the morning. This is the most sexual card here because all fertilization happens in the water. So they might come in and want to have sex at 3. So this could be like a hookup. All right. This could come early. It's come in the middle of the day. But you're so over the moon and so head over heels that you say, okay, sure, why not? All right. But if you go back to your subconscious mind, so this is my light is you see, this is nighttime energy. All right. This is what makes us feel good and put to sleep. Yay. You know? So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. And yeah, you didn't get the 7, but you got the 8. All right. And then they'll leave. Right. And, the red represents the color when we look at the frequencies of the earth. It's very low energy, low frequency. There's not a connection there. But your perception, your understanding. Okay. It's good and it's bad. Some people stay like this for years. Been there, done that. Okay, I proposed him. I said I want to marry him. Good luck. All right? Good luck, Geetha. It's okay. Look, a lot of relationships come from chaos and destruction. A lot of them are happy. Some people like it that way. They like, when you're starting in a relationship, you're loud, messy, let's fight. You leave, I come back, and we go on and on and on and on and on. And we do that. All right? We do that. We do that. There's no time with the moon. The moon doesn't go in retrospect or retrograde it. It doesn't rest. It does not rest. Does not rest. All right? Okay. But anyway, listen, it could be good for a long time. Yeah, enjoy it. You love him. Hey, that's what, I'm happy. I love it. I'm over the moon. I'm excited. I want to stay just in the depths of the ocean where everything is beautiful. I mean, and the patience, because we look at the sponges, this aquatic animal that build structures, and they patient, they build, they go, hey, hey, everybody come and have fun. All right? So you could do whatever you want to do. It ain't going nowhere. I'm stepping into a new energy. Do you follow me? And you go on and on and on. Yeah, sure, no problem. All right, that's it. It's not for everybody, but some people do it. Some people like it calm. Some people like it like a sanctuary, a library. Everything's quiet, things going great. Some people like it like that. And so hey, however you like it. Okay? Okay. No problem. He's faithful, all right. Okay, and so that's you marrying him, you're with him. What's he thinking about you? All right, there's happy, there's fear, and the Tower card is not such a great card to see, right? But it has both. It has good and bad in it, all right? It has light and dark, all right? And some people, that's it. All right, I'm too spiritual, all right? You got a great connection to the universe. That's what spirituality represents. Spirituality doesn't represent doing the ritual and lighting candles and praying to some deity or some spirit that you don't really understand. Spirituality is a connection to this, to the earth, to the sun, to the moon, to the universe. All right? Now it's up to what you believe. Okay? So what you understand, what is my spirituality about? A lot of people don't know, you know? And so magic is the mother of eternity. So understanding that our mind is a direct extension of the universal mind. It's endowed with incredible what? Infinite creative powers and move at different frequencies. All right? So you got to really understand. Being spiritual is not lighting a candle and doing these, following these programs. It's not. It's endowing yourself. It's immersing yourself and ever expanding with the consciousness of the, and understanding the light of conscious dark and moving back and forth with this dark light energy and sitting at the center of it. All right? So if you're still with him, if he's happy, great. If it works for you, all right? If he's bad, I run away from him. Good, all right? So if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. Okay? Thank you so much, Geeta. Good luck in your relationships. Propose, get married, but knowing, you know, we move forward. All right? You said what? If he's bad, I run away. You're welcome, dear. Okay. I just had to give it to you both, you know. That's it. Oh, over the moon and head over heels in love, you know. And it works for you, and that's great. All right. God bless you and good luck. It's better to run away. No, because see, the Eight of Cups energy is I'm looking for something better, something more meaningful. You know, it's like if you leave your job, right? If you leave your job, you want to be able to be prepared to, because you don't want to get a job and go and get paid the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want that. Like, nah, it's not going to work for me. So I got to go prepare, start on the preparations and practice, right? And start moving things different, start a network, because I want to create my long view, my values. So no, it's not such a good card. You know, you don't want to come back to the same thing. I'm sorry. This is where I say, boop, boop. All right, I got to go. Geeta, thank you so much. I have 4 minutes. 4 minutes, okay? If you're looking for something better, would it happen? Hey, that's up to the energy that you put forth. I want to know, is my partner who I'm meant to be with, will we have kids, and will everything work out with his? Oh, he got an inheritance. Shay Bay, he got an inheritance? Let's go ahead. You're welcome, sweetie. Okay? We want to know what's going to happen. You know, then you get the 9. You're alone. Or sometimes it feels like I'm in a relationship, but I feel like I'm alone, and it works for me. Yes, ma'am. Yes, little ma'am. Let's go ahead. Girl, what? Let's go ahead. Let's see if you get that 10 of Cups again. And then I'm going to leave you with one of these. Your awakened soul. As your soul whispers and it awakes. Something new. Each month it awakens something in us. Each month. Because the moon goes and the sun have this perfect balance. All right? It says right between the sun, the earth, the sun and the moon. Right in between. All right? And that says to us, new energies coming in. Pay attention. Let's go ahead. There's no stress. Right? I haven't heard that word in a while. Is it good stress? Because some things, even things when they're going really, really good, that could stress us out. All right? How do I deal with the good? Man, it's good. You know, we always don't know what's going to, you know, the future's going to hold. All right? One more. Here we go. Man, we all want the most positive, beautiful outcome. But there's some things that we got to face. We got the 9 of Wands. All right? That 9 of Wands challenges, you know. Well, we know that challenges are part of life. And healthy boundaries. Excuse me, I got a cough. Well, mom could go kick rocks. Mom could go kick rocks. If mom, see, mom, go kick rocks. Mind your business. Mom, go kick rocks. There's a gossip going on here. Mom, if mom don't go kick rocks, see, this is a problem. You cannot get. I don't care how old your child is. I know we love them, and I know I'm saying this for me because I have a son. If I ever, I'll have that one conversation. Mom, please go kick rocks. Mom, if you don't stay out of your child's business, and I could say that, being a mom of a son, and they got to make the decision. If you know that if you raise it, even if you raise them well, because you don't know if you're raising a Jeffrey Dahmer's. We don't know. Oh, my son is amazing. They're great. You don't know what your son. We got to stop this. We don't know. We don't know what our kids do. We don't know. Mom, please just go sit down somewhere. Just if you raise your son well, even if you did, we don't know what they're gonna turn into. We don't know. Yeah. So just trust that he's gonna make the best decision. Mom, pray for him. Say those affirmations. Instead of their worrying, get in his business. Mom, go sit and pray. That's the message I got, Mom. Any moms that are here, go pray for your children. Go say those affirmations. Go sit in meditation, pray, and release that faith. Oh, I got a lot of faith, but you're not releasing it. You'd rather be in the business. All right, so this is going to happen. There is to talk about marriage here. The Queen of Wands, she's a confident. She's beautiful. You're at where everybody wants to be. And I got to say to you, well, this is the problem. All right? The Two of Cups is mutual respect, understanding. This is a lot of passion. This is driven. This is the two coil flipping it out, right? The magic here that happens, all right? So commitment, for better or for worse. The Queen of Wands, not only is she grounded, happy, she represents harmony, wholeness, belonging, long term. That's what she represents, all right? So this is confidence. So blessings, miracles, great things will be happening for you. They are manifesting their way. Anytime that you get this energy here, okay? So, okay, because what am I going to say? Everyone wants to be where you already are. You inspire them. They're attracted to you. The Queen of Wands is a reminder that you deserve to be treated like royalty. Those little things. They are proud to be with you. I'm proud to be with them, okay? This is using your more intuitive side. That dark energy is needed because you can get scared at the dark. Oh, a black cat. It's bad luck, right? Because people don't really understand the energy. It's just a coding. Because if you look at the polar bear, it's not really white. It's the reflection that it gives here on Earth from the sun's position and the energy of the sun, the reflection. So if you look at a polar bear, it's not white. It's black. So there's a lot of things that are mysterious. You understand? If you look at the polar bear, you look at it, yeah, it's white. No, it's not. Our perception is everything and understanding. Hi, what will I become? Well, yeah. Ooh, red door kitchen. I love that. I'm going to take that question. All right. So, yeah, there's kids. There's a marriage. There's confidence. She celebrates, and forming a sense of community, family. So this is energy. It's driven, ambitious. The journey is about establishing a strong life foundation. So this looks good. I mean, what else do you like to know? I'm going to give you, because I don't want to take a lot of energy here. All right. So that could be a good news coming in for you. But this could also be drama, gossip here. All right. You're here to deliver a message. All right. Here. And let's see. All right. So don't make yourself believe that you're trapped. And again, you got the Eight of Swords. That's at the bottom. So if you're frustrated, this could be good. This could be excitement. All right. So yeah. So the energy is good for you. So move forward confidently. Okay. And but then we'll talk about I wanted to talk a little bit about setting boundaries here. Where did I put those other cards? Where did I put my right here? They right here, child. Sometimes things could be right there. What she said, the inheritance for him will be everything his mom don't. Yeah, don't worry about his mom. You gotta stop worrying about mom. I'm gonna teach you how to take care of moms. I'm going to teach you how to take care of moms. Respectfully, your words are going to be strong, firm, yet of love, wisdom, and truth. Period. There's nothing else. Once you step into your power, woo, okay, 4 words: strong, firm, truth, and wisdom. That's it. There's nothing else. You don't have to do nothing else. Moms will be moms. I am a mom. I'm sure that you're a mom. And so, but we could be so extra, okay? Because we worry. I don't live in fear. I don't live in fear. No, I'm not living in fear. This is what happens when you live in fear. All right? One more. Here we go for you. So the Two of Cups for me, you already know this is a negotiation here. I don't know if he's seeing a lawyer. Okay? Devotion and trust. Your relationship is going to ask you to trust. Devote yourself to some time to dance here. All right? And the water here and what's hidden behind the veil. There's some training here. Buying a dress, devotion, devoting. All right? You got great energy here flowing with the energy. So there's negotiation that's going to be happening. All right. And now he has an inheriting, but she is already making plans for his money. We are worried she will do something. But it's her sisters, but coming to him. Oh, okay. So listen, that's a lot. So what I would tell you is to here with this energy, try to negotiate, because there's going to be negotiations. With this inheritance, see this is cosmic energy, and so this cosmic energy, but the twos always represent negotiation and trying to find the most, let me see if I can put this word without being. How do I find? Because if I overextend my compassion, right? I'm not gonna explain. There's some things that I'm not gonna need to explain. That having a third party, right? Like a law, something like that. All right. So hi Ricky. Okay. So if you want to come back tomorrow I'll be opening the lives. Because this is a lot here with the Two of Pentacles. So you got to understand the Romans and the Greeks, right? So the Greeks that started everything. All right. They like the Roman style. Okay. But they knew things first. So there's something more here. And when you understand the Roman marriages and how the women were more empowered, all right, they gave them access because Roman Greeks, I don't think Greeks so much, but the Roman women, they were more empowered because they could buy houses and do things here. So there's a lot here. There's a lot here. When you understand the Roman, but I don't have the time for that right now. And so I don't like to give so much away. I'm saving all that energy for my members. Okay, it's going to be a whole different energy because even some people don't even care. All right, so as you learn, I'll give a little bit here and there. But listen, compromising, negotiation, making changes, and really focusing on your mutual respect, growth, understanding, and commitment. Because sometimes we got to accept, right? So one of the things that we do when we get into a relationship, we can fall in love easy, but in order to commit and to accept that we all come with, listen, family comes. We got to accept each other, right? Because that's the way it goes. It's all about gentleness. It's all about respect. It's about love. It's understanding. It's what makes a relationship, healthy. All right? So we could all be like, listen, but I'm going to teach you how to approach situations strong, yet of love, firm, truth, wisdom. And sitting in that energy. And no matter what I feel, no matter what people's judgments or decisions or opinions, they're not going to affect me. I'm going to move forward with my confidence, and I'm going to stay there because the only person I can really depend on is me. At the end of the day, all right, accept, all right? Don't stay away from my family because I want to have other things to do. Hey, I don't stay away from my family because I want to have other things to do. It's just setting boundaries so you could be around family. You don't got to be around family all day long, all right? And so if you wanna accomplish something, sometimes you gotta set boundaries. Maybe every once a month, maybe on the holiday, it's okay. All right. Anyway, accept her. She disrespectful to me on purpose. Yeah, I know, but it's okay. But everybody, listen. Every dog, like they said, every dog gets their day. All right. You're gonna have to learn how to approach her this very, very, very discreet. Not avoiding the confrontation, right? Like not running from the confrontation to avoid the battle. You're gonna have to learn how to step into the battle, but with more courage. And that courage is building confidence. And how you build the confidence? By watching the way we speak, by having heart and mind coherence. So what comes out of the conscious mind, because we all taught, you know what, the only way you're going to approach situations is conscious. No, sit down, pause, reflect. It's time for me. How can I approach a situation with the tools that I have? Because you have more tools as we get older. You understand? That's what we have. We have chaos, destruction. Told we got to fight each other just to wait to get our understanding. And no, that's not. All right? So when you become more aware of who you are, more awakened to your true self, your identity, as you're growing, you're evolving, and how you're going to not only, I'm going to say it again, survive, thrive, but flourish with your relationships. Because at the end of the day, they're going to be there. All right, I have to go. I have to get to work. Oh, wow. All right, I see you guys. Don't worry about it. Everything little by little. Small little changes here. Don't try to do everything in one day. Don't do that. No, step back, relax. And as the day goes, you're going to be like, oh, this wasn't so bad. She's going to have her opinions. You're going to have your opinions. And everybody's going to have so much to say, which all that energy is wasted. No, no, no. All right. So I thank you guys so much. All right. I see you guys. Love you guys. Have a blessed day. And I see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys. All right. Bye-bye. Love you guys.